Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Beasley. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Bring in the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Shaw. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The jet sweep pass. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense putting points on the board.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Beasley. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to take a shot right away. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the tailback. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The give to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Hands it off. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Going with the ground game left. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
On third down, he drops to throw. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker is Hester. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Wolverines are on the move. Lost a throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to throw again. Caught close to the marker. It's Hansen. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Balls and fired complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's off. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the line.
Lots of room to run. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. The Bruins want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. He caught him. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Bruins will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Out of the end zone. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab.
I tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Snap it to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nice grab in traffic. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
The give to the back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Out of the gun, the give to the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. He makes the grab. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to go for it on 4th down, and remember, from this spot, they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll open the second half on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle set up for him.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Using his legs, it's Washington. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets the give. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. The give to the single back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Touchdown, Bruins! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up 14 over Washington. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense in press coverage. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on the money. And And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The corners are walked up tight. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game, and you saw a great example of that right there.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The running back has it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Hester. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that back.
A first down run in the red zone. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. On second and goal, they go right back to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown Wolverines! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Beasley. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Michigan! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings hanging in the back. He's going to throw deep right side. Caught at the 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. He might want another play. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. To the air, it's Van Buren. On the move to his left. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here down close in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. And to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Ready to try the point after. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. He'll start this drive going to the air. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Sticks it in his belly. Got the 1st down and more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up that he finally gets to touch the football.
The Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught behind the line. It's Matthews. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's
Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Big fullback's got it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Oh, they're after him. He's got it on the move. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And this to lock things up late. He got it. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play.
this kicker has ice water in his veins. Fourth quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a heat. Grab near the marker. It's Hansen. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the V. Oh, and it's picked off. This can be huge in a tie game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Van Buren. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wants to pass the clock an enemy. He'll pull it down and run. Made a defender miss. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The give to the fullback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You've got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally. Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Part of the backfield, it's Matthews. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bruin! They jump on top here in OT.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They are up against it, a third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. Fourth and long, and they have to pick it up to keep their chances alive. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.